So, you want to get rich quick. Who doesn't dream of waking up one morning to find their bank account overflowing, all from a single lucky bet? The allure is everywhere, on your phone, in your social feeds, whispered about in group chats. It's a fantasy that's hard to resist. In today's world, that dream often means cryptocurrency, magical internet money that promises to turn pocket change into a private island. The stories are legendary, ordinary people transformed into millionaires overnight, all thanks to a few digital coins bought at the right time. It's the financial lottery ticket of our era, hyped by stories of overnight millionaires and fueled by FOMO. Social media amplifies every success, making it seem like everyone but you is cashing in. The pressure to join in is relentless. But for every winner, thousands are left holding worthless tokens, victims of a culture that confuses gambling with investing. The losses are rarely talked about, hidden behind the noise of the next big thing. Crypto's technology is revolutionary, but the space is a lawless Wild West, crawling with digital snake oil salesmen and con artists. Scams and schemes lurk around every corner, waiting for the next hopeful dreamer. They prey on hope and confusion, selling you a ticket to the moon that's really a one-way trip to financial ruin. The promise of easy riches blinds many to the dangers lurking beneath the surface. The dream is intoxicating, but the risks are real, and the odds are stacked against you. For most, the reality is far from the fantasy, and the cost can be devastating. It's a modern tragedy, dressed up in memes and moon emojis, a cautionary tale for anyone tempted by the siren song of easy money. Let's revisit some infamous crypto scams, stories that shook the digital world and left countless investors reeling. These aren't just tales from the past, they're stark reminders of how quickly fortunes can be lost in the pursuit of easy money. These cautionary tales serve as a warning for anyone tempted by the promise of overnight riches. The lure of fast profits can be irresistible, but the risks are often hidden in plain sight. Take USI Tech, for example. The company dazzled investors with glitzy events, bold promises, and the allure of automated Bitcoin trading. Their pitch was simple: invest, sit back, and watch your money multiply. But behind the scenes, it was a classic Ponzi scheme. Early investors were paid with the money from new recruits. When the flow of new money dried up, the company vanished, leaving millions in losses and shattered dreams. Then came BitConnect, the so-called king of crypto scams, which took deception to a whole new level. BitConnect promised investors 1% daily returns, over 3,600% a year, fueling the frenzy with hype rallies, viral memes, and charismatic promoters who made it all seem legitimate. But it was all smoke and mirrors, a carefully crafted illusion designed to keep the money flowing in. When regulators finally stepped in, BitConnect collapsed almost overnight, wiping out billions of dollars and leaving thousands of people devastated. These stories aren't just history, they're powerful warnings for anyone considering a leap into the crypto world. Hype and greed can blind even the smartest investors, and in crypto, ignoring reality can cost you everything you have. If an opportunity sounds too good to be true, it almost always is. Scams thrive on hope and excitement. Don't let excitement override your common sense. Take a moment to pause, research, and question before you invest. The black hole of crypto hype is always hungry for new victims. Don't let yourself be the next one drawn in. Now let's talk about the pump and dump, a classic scam supercharged by crypto's lack of rules. Here's how it works. A group secretly buys up a cheap coin, hypes it online, and lures in unsuspecting investors as the price skyrockets. Once enough people buy in, the original schemers sell everything at the top, crashing the price and leaving everyone else with worthless tokens. The excitement that draws people to crypto becomes a weapon against them. In this game, the small investor is just exit liquidity, the last one holding the bag. It's a brutal, common way to lose your shirt in the crypto market. If you're hearing "to the moon," be careful who's fueling the rocket. If pump and dumps are roller coasters, rug pulls are trapdoors. Scammers launch a new token, hype it up, and create a trading pool with real crypto like Ethereum. As investors rush in, the scammers quietly build up the pool. Then in one move, drain all the real money and vanish. The token's value instantly collapses to zero, and the website, social media, and developers disappear. It's a total betrayal, and it happens fast. In DeFi, anyone can build a bank and rob it too. The lesson? If you don't know who's behind a project, you're the one at risk. In crypto, the rug can be pulled out from under you at any moment. After all these horror stories, you might feel like the only safe place for your money is buried in the backyard. It's a tempting thought, at least you know where it is, and no one can scam you out of it. But in reality, hiding your cash isn't practical, and it certainly won't help it grow. If you're still curious about crypto or even a little tempted to try your luck, here's a simple guide to help you stay safe and avoid the most common traps. First, if something sounds too good to be true, it almost always is. Promises of overnight riches or guaranteed profits are classic warning signs. Guaranteed high returns are a giant red flag. No legitimate investment can promise you easy money without risk. Second, do real research, not just a quick Google search. Don't trust TikTok or Reddit hype. Find out who's actually behind the project, read the white paper, and check if the team is transparent and experienced. Look for real-world value. Does the project solve a real problem, or is it just buzzwords and promises? If you can't explain what it does, be extra cautious. Third, never invest more than you can afford to lose. Only use money you won't miss if things go south. Treat crypto like Vegas, fun, risky, and probably a losing bet. It's entertainment, not a guaranteed way to get rich. Don't gamble your rent, your savings, or your future. Protect your essentials first. In crypto, the odds are stacked against you, and the risks are real, sometimes bigger than you think. The losers far outnumber the winners, and most people end up with less than they started. Staying safe isn't about picking the next big thing, it's about spotting the scams before they spot you. Be smart, be skeptical, and always double-check before you invest. Remember, in crypto, caution is your best investment. Stay alert, protect your money, and don't let hype cloud your judgment.